Let's check the news. Nathan Cohns has your 8 o'clock update right now.
Thank you very much, John, and good morning, everyone. The Carroll Community School District Board of Education is scheduled to meet tonight to discuss board development policies, safety and planning for the 2024 and 25 school year, and more. The board meeting begins at 6:30 p.m. at Adams Elementary School. After a presentation report on teacher mentoring, the board will have a short discussion as well as review board policy for the Code of Ethics, Rules of Order, and other issues. With the 3 new board members, board development is still very new, and this discussion will serve as a refresher to the role the Board of Education plays for the district. Superintendent Dr. Casey Burlaw will discuss policies in place to ensure student safety and well as staff safety following the school shooting in Perry earlier this month. Burlaw will also discuss what the district already has in place for safety, the new additional safety measures that are currently being constructed at the school buildings, as well as staff review on training during emergency situations. The board will look ahead at the 2024 and 25 school year, discussing the staffing plan, as well as setting the date, location, and time for the annual public hearing. The larger agenda item for discussion are the plan revisions for the Teacher Leadership and Compensation Committee, as well as the agreement with DLR Architectural Services, that firm there that the school has contracted with, regarding new construction for a transportation facility. The board did table the agreement during the prior meeting, asking if the fees the firm was planning on charging could be lowered prior to them being approved. The Carroll Community School District Board of Education meeting, again, is open to the public and starts at 6:30 p.m. tonight at Adams Elementary School. You can find the full agenda included with this story on our website. The final blitz is underway as candidates and their campaigns rush to convince supporters to attend tonight's caucuses. Former President Donald Trump is holding a tele-rally at noon. Former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley stopped at a Des Moines diner early this morning, while Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is making stops in Sioux City, Council Bluffs, and Cedar Rapids today.
We know we've got a huge number of people that 100% are going to show up for us. Then we know we've got a lot more people that are very likely to show up for us. And so that's been a lot of hard work, and that's going to pay dividends for us.
DeSantis is one of a few candidates who've made stops in all 99 Iowa counties.
New Hampshire's more momentum. Iowa's more being there and going to the counties. I think there's going to be a vote. We think we're going to do well. And then you're going to go Tuesday morning. It's going to be a new world.
The latest Des Moines Register NBC News Iowa poll shows DeSantis in third place in Iowa, Nikki Haley in second place, and then former President Donald Trump is 28 points ahead of the nearest contestant. DeSantis says Trump has been the default choice for many Republicans heading into tonight's caucus.
When I'm out there making my case, it lands with conservative voters.
DeSantis says the questions he's heard from Iowans often don't match what he hears from the national media.
I think it does give me hope for the future, because I think we do have an underlying decency in this country that oftentimes people ignore, and there's so much other nonsense that clouds it out, but it's there.
DeSantis has been saying he thinks he'll win the Iowa caucuses, but he's recently added the caveat that this is a long race for delegates at the national convention, and he notes Iowa has 20 delegates compared to New Hampshire's 10. Businessman Vivek Ramaswamy is making stops in Urbandale, Waterloo, and Cedar Rapids, and he'll also be visiting a caucus site in Clive tonight. So, of course, when it comes to caucus locations here in the local area, 7 area counties, we've got them all listed online by site and by precinct. So you can check that out at 1380kcim.com. If you need any help trying to figure that out, feel free to give us a call here at the station, 712-792-4321, and we'll try and get you in the right direction. And to wrap things up, Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds did order flags to half-staff on Sunday following the death of Perry High School principal Dan Marburger, a victim of the Perry school shooting earlier this month. Marburger is the second death following the attack that rocked the state on January 4th. Marburger was seriously wounded when he approached the 17-year-old shooter and attempted to convince the teenager to cease shooting. Reynolds says our entire state is devastated by the news of Dan Marburger's death. Kevin and I offer our deepest condolences to his wife and family as we pray for their comfort during this very difficult time. Dan courageously put himself in harm's way to protect his students and ultimately gave his own life to save them. He will forever be remembered for his selfless and heroic actions. May he rest in peace. Reynolds ordered all flags in Iowa lowered to half-staff on Sunday, and those flags will remain at half-staff until sunset on the day of Marburger's funeral and internment. Flags will be flown at half-staff from the state capitol building, as well as on flag displays in the Capitol complex. Flags will be lowered on all public buildings, grounds, and facilities throughout the state. Individuals, businesses, schools, municipalities, counties, and other government subdivisions are encouraged to fly their flags at half-staff for the same length of time as a sign of respect. And that is going to be wrapping up your look at KCIM's 8 o'clock news. I'm Nathan Cones reporting.
By the way, I want to send a big kudos out. By the way, thanks to our plow drivers out there. Done phenomenal job. Thank you so much for all their hard work. All the road crews did just an absolutely terrific job getting us back to as close to normal as they possibly can this morning. And I wanted to throw out a big, huge shout out to I Saw the Sign here in Carroll. They raised money making the Perry Strong shirts.
Yep.
They raised close to $28,000. Incredible job, you guys. Sold them all across the country, every county in Iowa. Just unbelievable. That money going to be donated, it said, to the victims of that tragic shooting. And now, of course, the news that the principal, Dan Marburger, passing away over the weekend as well.
Yeah, it seems like such a small thing, but I would be an advocate for renaming the high school. I mean, that for something like that, I don't know how you could possibly honor somebody enough for Marburger's actions, but that seems like a good place to start. I don't know if that'll actually happen or not. It's probably much more complicated to rename a high school than I think it is, but that would be a good place. Make sure that his memory is kept alive.
No kidding.
I mean, 40, 50 years from now, these type of things become kind of notes in history books. It's just the nature of the world.
Yeah.
That kind of how it goes. But the name, a name of a school, a street, things like that. People always, from time to time, go, "Why is that?" And they'll look into it and they'll see, "Wow, what an incredible human being."
Yeah, so. and it's a way to celebrate the good, the people that gave, the ultimate sacrifice there, and and not the horrific incident. It's a way to celebrate some people that did amazing things. So I totally agree with you. You're absolutely correct on that. But again, kudos to I Saw the Sign. That is just absolutely phenomenal on your guys' part. Can't just say wow enough at those totals. We'll take a look at our news coming up in moments.